From Window Cleaning World here. Just introducing our basic lift and carry DI tanks. We've got the 8 litre model, the traditional 12 litre model that a lot of people use, and then we have our 12.5 litre tall model. Now, I'm not a big fan of the 12 litre one for one reason. These tanks here are 7 inches in diameter, this one and this one, and this one's 9 inches in diameter. The column height, where the resin sits in, is the same on these two tanks. What happens with this one is the water tends to channel and favour the same bit of resin. It takes the path of least resistance, and it doesn't really access all of the resin that efficiently. Often if you find that your TDS is creeping up to 50 and you're out in the field and you're stuck without resin, if you backflush, so put a hose in this way and just stir the resin up or shake it vigorously, or even better, tip all the resin out into a bucket and tip it back in again, your TDS will come right back down and it'll probably be good for another 4 or 5 hours. Whereas if you do that with this smaller 8 litre tank, you rarely get much benefit at all. You might get another hour out of it because it's already pretty much used the resin up, because it's forcing the water through a narrower column of water. Now, in order to produce pure water, it needs time to react with the resin that's in the tank. And then it's all about column height. So the water's traveling from the top through the resin and then gathers through the riser pipe and then pops out. And the shorter the column, the quicker, the less time the water has to make that reaction. So never ever half fill a tank. Try and get as much column height as you can. It's a false economy to skimp on putting less resin in the tank. So fill it right up to maximize the column height. And this is where we really like this 12.5 litre 24-inch tank, because it has the same volume as this 12.5 litre tank, but you can run the water through here much faster. You can really crank the tap up. You could hang 3 poles off this. You could just split the water from the outlet. You can feed water through it really quickly and it still comes out pure. And when you carry it, for me, with a stretched arm, it's off the ground, so it's still comfortable to carry. And I much favour this over the stumpier 12.5 litre tank. Now, I've seen other tanks out there that are even sillier. They're really, like Unger has a really short mini one that's really short and really fat, and it's the opposite of the right shape. Commercial DI tanks, they're usually quite tall and they're quite narrow, again to have maximise the column height.